management education in India was launched by the commerce people, the experts. Delhi University being one of them. And in fact, the first MBA program was launched by the Calcutta University. But this is called West Bengal Business Management Institute or something under the aegis of the Calcutta University. Then the IIM's cast came, which is in 1964, 62, 63 and so on. So basically, there was no concept of management as such in India at that point of time. The closest was the commerce. The man whom possibly people will still recognize is Prakash Tandon, who was there, and Robi Mathai, who was the first director of the IIM Ahmedabad. I think it was around 62 or 63. There was no MDP at that point of time. They started with the PGP program, which they considered as a sacred cow, and put all their resources and ability on that. MDP concept was introduced slightly later, when it was felt that yes, that the people who are already in the profession, they also need to sort of refresh their knowledge, because they are not adequately trained at that point of time. There is nothing in India. Those started the MDB program. The most famous of them was the 3-tier program by IIM Ahmedabad, where the juniors, middle and the senior management professionals will be in the same program on stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. That was the integrated program. It was a very successful one. Then gradually a few institutes, unlike now when there are thousands of management institutes, at that point of time management institutes, only 3 IIMs were there, FMS was there, and IIFT in this special area of foreign trade. They are the basically were there. MDP, in many cases, the institutes found that it is rather difficult to promote as well as implement, because first of all, the faculty must have that much amount of experience, both corporate and academic excellence, which will be impressive enough for a managing director to come and listen. So they were slightly apprehensive. So it started very gradually. But then a time came when it was found that the Indian corporate sector somehow or other have become quite interested in sending their faculty for a week or so to gather information or expertise or skill sets in their areas of competence, even at a pretty high cost. So that's how the MDP started. In India, the marketing of MDPs is essentially institution dependent. If it is IIM Ahmedabad or Indian School of Business or IIFT or FMS, they take it for granted that there is a certain level of quality. But they do not look into exactly who is the program director or who is giving the lectures or the research courses. Abroad, quite often, you will see that it's not only there the London Business School is doing it, but you also see that there are stars among the resource persons. It is that name which also attracts. To do real MDPs, you need faculty who are academically high flyers with extensive knowledge of the corporate sector, either because they have either worked there as consultant like Ramcharan and others and so on, or they have done so much of case studies and consultancy that almost they have become part of it. Now, I can challenge you to name more than 10 institutions in India who have got faculty of this nature. If you do not have the faculty, then how do you attract enough people to MTPs? Services sector requires MTPs very much because IT penetration in services sector has been the most. Take the financial sector, banking. Now net banking is the norm, but most of it is not possible. PM talks of digital India, financial inclusion. All of these will have to be done basically through mobile technology. But mobile technology is dependent upon the IT backbone, and the IT backbone is missing. Yes. IT definitely, especially big data, comes right at the top. The reason of putting it is that India's policy making quite often is bereft of any data, and producers and users of big data is government. And if government has to be more efficient, then you need more research definitely there. And the senior bureaucrats will not do a 2-year MBA program. Maybe they'll go to Harvard, but not here. But maybe spending a week or 15 days. So big data is one. I will put two types of governance. One is the governance in the generic sense. There are two broad pillars of governance. One is the government and the corporate. Now, governance is the issue both at government level as well as corporate level. Now, since we are talking of corporate level, we will say there is a need because we have found that the independent role of independent directors, how do you get them, even independent directors themselves may not be aware fully of the rights and responsibilities that they are taking. It is somebody who has requested big name, he is a big man, he has come like that. So this is the important thing. And given the possibilities of non-compliance of certain regulations and compliances that are required, independent directors are absolutely critical. So corporate governance is important. And the third and fourth one that I will talk is the area of strategy. Now strategy is very important because the corporate scenario is going through a vast change. And therefore, unless you can design and foresee the need for a strategic shift in the way you are doing business, you will get lost. I suppose a fair amount of not MDP education as such, but companies themselves have now started to design programs for their own use, where their HR department has identified this is the problem that the company has, and then they have found out who is the best man in India for that purpose. So he is invited for a day or two to their premises and talk about it. So these are innovative ways which the companies are not asking others to supply. They know their problem and they know who can give them advice, and they are doing it themselves on theirs. But that is something I suppose is being done.